welcome back to the Hermitcraft FTB server. The first thing you might notice in here is that there are no more torches all over the place. And that's because I got tired of it always being, about half the time it ended up being dark in here, so I went and made up some wrath lamps, set them up on the ceiling, and now we've got good bright light in here all the time. And speaking of dark, you'll recall in the last episode I had set this up and I didn't quite figure out why it was dark and not showing anything, in spite of the fact that it should have showed something. And then of course there is this indicator here on the controller. It is dark. You'll notice it's offline and it's not using any power, in spite of the fact there's a bunch of stuff hooked up to it. And in spite of the fact that there's power hooked up to this device. And I thought that they all shared power. And they do sort of kind of in a way, but not quite in the way that I had figured at first. Now let's see. Okay, get the crescent hammer. Let's take this energy tesseract off of here because that's the wrong place for it. And up here, take those items back. Alright, that thing is still connected to the cable, so that's fine. And this controller, I'm going to set up here. Well, let's face it inward. And the pattern encoder, I'm going to go ahead and set right next to it, just simply for convenience, even though that device itself doesn't need any power. And let's go ahead and run some cable. Get these two hooked into the system, and I'm going to take this energy tesseract, and I'm going to set it down here. Go ahead and set that up. Main power, fire it up. In here, and now we're lit up. It's using power, it's getting power to use. So that was the problem. I had it hooked up wrong. And now this thing is lit up. And it doesn't have anything to show because there's nothing in the system yet. But we're going to take care of that. And that means the next thing I need is to start putting together some storage systems. And I need the ME drive. And that's this baby right here. A chest, some glass, iron, and a couple of basic processors. I made up a bunch of basic processors and a couple of advanced ones because I knew I was going to need them. So let's slap one of these together. And I think I've got some chests up here. That reminds me, wither skeleton skull. Get to that in a second. Chest. Alright. The wither skeleton skull reminded me, a while back I set this pattern up here on this project table. I was getting to get stuff together to get this, to make this tome of Alcahest. And at the time I wanted to have it for a particular purpose. So I went ahead and set that up to make it. And I'm going ahead and making it because I obviously had a purpose for it, but I right now can't for the life of me remember what that was. So I'm going to set it in here. And by the way, Tome of Alcahest. Every time I see that, Alcahest comes out, Alka-Seltzer, in my head. So I'm going to call this the Book of Alka-Seltzer. And that's that. That's what I think of that. It's what I think of when I see that word. Let me stick this bucket someplace out of my way. Alright, now, ME drive. to go ahead and hook it in right here. Alright, now that's hooked up. And now we need to put that in it. We need the storage cells. If I can learn to spell it. There we are. Storage cell 64K. I don't see any reason to go with a smaller one, so I'm going to go straight to the biggest one. And that's it right there. And I need a storage cluster, and to get that you need this. And to get this you need the basic processor and the storage blocks. Storage block, that's 3 storage blocks. I need a advanced processor for each one, and then storage cells, and so on. So I'm going to take a few minutes and make up some more advanced processors, and I'm going to get one of these made. And that's going to take a few minutes, because as you can see, it's not difficult or excessively expensive. It's just got layers and layers of steps. Okay, I've got enough stuff together here to get started. So what I need, first let's get this out of there. To make one of these, I need the storage cluster. Storage cluster needs 3 storage blocks. For 3 storage blocks, I need 9 storage segments. And for a storage segment, I need this. So I need to make this recipe 9 times. And why didn't I just do the sensible thing and do that? Okay, so we've got this. Like so, and the processors. Alright. And now, to make the storage blocks, an advanced processor, some glowstone glass, and 3 segments. And let's see, that's 9 segments I need. Is that right? We'll see. Advanced processors. That. And some glowstone. Okay, now I need to do that again. Doggone it. That means I need 27, no, not 27, 54 more basic processors. So I'll be back when I get 54. Well, let's see. 50. All right, basic processors. All right, let's get this. Get some gold up here. Get some more gold in here. And the cutting knife and the redstone. And more redstone. Oh, I need more of this silicon, which is quartz dust smelted. And I've got this furnace set to not eject anything out, so. Alright, that's enough silicon to get that done. I'll just let the rest of that cook. And I put a couple of more stacks to cook up, and they'll end up down in the miscellaneous items chest down below for the time being. Alright, let's get this going. And we need to bring this up to 54 of them? Yeah. Let's get some more gold. I know I'm going to need it. Alright. That should be enough of those. Alright. And I believe it was... got 3 storage blocks. I need 6 more. Alright, so we have our... Oops. We have to cook the basic processors. Alright, there's 54 basic processors. Alright. Now, cluster, we need 3 storage blocks. We've got 2. We need 2 more. We got 1. We need... storage block. Ugh. Okay, I jumped ahead of myself a little bit here. Storage block. No, okay, advanced processor. I had a mistaken idea, but that's alright. That's fine. And I'll end up using these things anyway. Probably not too long from now. Storage cluster. Okay. Storage clusters from redstone, glass, and iron. There's a 64K storage unit, which we can then pop into the ME drive, and we now have storage capacity. So that's part of the battle. And now we can arrange to start getting stuff stored into the system. And for that, let me look this up. Let's see. Import bus is a good thing to have, I think. Yeah, we'll need that. ME interface. Conversion matrix. Yeah, okay. That's the next thing. Get some conversion matrices made. Where is that thing? Import bus. ME interface. Start with a conversion matrix. And let's make a few of them, because I'm quite certain I'm going to need a bunch of them. That's a start. Right, import bus, ME interface, cable, iron, glass, and the conversion matrix. Okay. Get some more iron. A bit of cable. And yes, the iron. I have to make a few of those to start with. Alright, now for the import bus. Alright, sticky piston, cable, iron, and the matrix. Sticky pistons. I don't even think I have any of those. I've got some slime balls, though. More redstone. Okay. Things just don't want to click right. Alright, now I'm going to do it again because I did it wrong. Just make a bunch of pistons. And sticky them. Alright. Import bus. Okay. Let's just make a few of them. Okay, and let's get the cable. This will let us start importing things into the system. Now, I'm going to be a little sloppy here to start with, just to get things in. Fine-tune it another time. Alright, our import bus, where is it? I'm going to put it up against here. That's wrong, but the wrench can turn it. And then run cable from that up here. What that should be doing, yeah, it's importing stuff item at a time. Now I can right click on this and have it go stacks at a time. Yeah, alright, much better. Now all this stuff is being imported into the storage system above. And if I look here, all this stuff is now showing up. Excellent. That is a step in the right direction. All right. See, the whole reason for doing this stuff is because of how much you can store in a limited space. Right now, I've got this stuff, it's all over the freaking place. And if I don't have one of those managers up topside set to keep something handy in the crafting area, then I end up having to come down here and look through all of these freaking barrels to try to figure out where is the thing that I need. And so, bingo, all that's already imported. And I can take this thing. Oh, I should learn to place it against the chest. There, like so. Drop a cable down here. And now everything in here is being imported. Or should be. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, wait a minute. Let me guess. It's full. Already, it's full. But there's 32,655 items or bytes used. And we look here, and there's actually quite a lot of stuff in here. If you sort it by the number of items, look at this. 2,000 saplings and dozens, if not hundreds, each of quite a few items, quite a few different types of things. There's 63 types. So what I need to do now, I need to make another one of those. And let's see. Basic processor things can be crafted, but I probably can't just yet. No, it can't, because while it has been set to be able to do that, it doesn't have the raw materials available to do it. So I need to make another of these disks, probably a couple of more, to get room enough on it to store enough of the right things so that I can start getting this thing automatically crafting stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and take some time and make 2 or 3 more of those disks and start loading more stuff into the system. I just finished making 2 more 64K storage modules. Pop one of them in here, and you can see the bytes going up already right away as it's loading stuff out of that chest down there. And it's already filled up, but there's a few things in here. We'll just take these things and stuff them into the system. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put an import bus on that chest, and now anything that comes into this chest as being something the sorting system can't handle, automatically, oh, come on, automatically ends up in the ME storage system. Alright, so that'll take care of that. And now I'm going to go ahead and put this second module in. So there's plenty of space left on that one, and now there's this one that is also empty. Now there's all this stuff in the system. I can scroll through and find it, and so I can search and find stuff too. Ascending or descending order, number of items, priority, item name, and so on. And so that's that. I really should have had, when I started this, I'll learn to talk one of these days, what I really should have done was gone ahead and make up like 3 stacks of those basic processors. I didn't realize I was going to be using quite so many of them. And another thing is, I've noticed this while I was doing this, is that my stock of quartz, down to a little over 6 stacks of quartz crystals and 7 of quartz dust. And I'm going to be needing a lot more of that. And I mean, I had a little over 20 or 22 stacks, and I've gone through that much of it. So what I need to do, let's see, am I the only one on? Yeah, okay, let's grab some daylight here. And then I am going to go through here, and I'm going to move this quarry and get it running in another location, because this quarry here, well, you can't, it hasn't loaded, but I've run this quarry here twice, and this is where almost all of my quartz has come from. So I'm going to move the quarry, run it again, get some more quartz coming in. And while I'm doing that, while that's running, I am going to probably go ahead and make up more of those the discs that I just spent forever making 2 of. And I'm going to get cracking on that and get some more storage. I'm going to start selectively putting things into the system so that it has materials to work with. And then next episode, we'll start setting this thing up to start being able to do some automatic crafting. And the first things I'm going to have this system learn how to automatically craft is components of the rest of the system. So, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.